Welcome everybody, my name is Michael and today we're discussing about a method I found recently that I wish I found last year or 2 years ago. It's been around for many years now and I found it by looking through and I realized, okay, hey, we've been buying a fair amount of Amazon products for my mom, for my wife, for myself. We're all sharing an account and I had this account for many years and there's been a lot of products on there and I realized, okay, I never put reviews in there. Well, I worked in sales, now I'm working in banking, and both industries require surveys. And anytime you call customer service, as long as they do a good job, of course. If they do a bad job, I'm not going to give them a bad survey because I know, unless they did a terrible job, like the guy was absolutely terrible and made things 10 times worse, then yeah, I guess he deserves a bad survey, or she. But in many cases, surveys and reviews, if you had a bad experience but nothing crazy, just don't leave one. But if you had a good experience or even great, most of the time you're not going to have a great experience. It's life. There's not going to be, utopian perfection in every service and every product you purchase. But realize these are businesses. Some of them are smaller businesses. Some of them are just solopreneurs, whatever, or people working for giant corporations, and they're just like you and me and trying to make a living, and a single bad survey can be a bad thing for them. So while working in sales and now in banking, I see how a good survey can have a great positive impact, and all it takes is just one bad survey, and a bad survey could even be a 9 out of 10. In car sales, a 9 out of 10 was a bad survey because that would ultimately get enough of those 9 out of 10s and people start asking questions. Well, why wasn't it 10 out of 10? What was wrong? What wasn't perfect? It's kind of the downside to America where, yeah, you get great customer service, but everybody expects perfection. The customer's always right? So in this case, this brings me to Amazon. You have a bunch of products. You have a lot of good suppliers. You have bad suppliers. You have good products, bad products, good services, bad services. And with that, if you're buying a lot of products, or if you're subscribed to any services, you can leave reviews. And some people have been making money where they leave reviews, and you do enough of these reviews, you get invited into a program and you might get sent free stuff. And at that point, you can not only make money by, potentially reselling this free stuff. Most of it's garbage, but some of it later on, when you get to a certain level, it actually makes sense. This is similar to back in the day. If you have a Google account, leave Google reviews. There's different levels. There weren't any products or anything, but if you're a higher level, you could have a greater impact on a business. Same thing here. You have a large review page, then you're able to have more influence over if you had a really bad experience or a really great experience. And Amazon sees the next level to this, where now they have the influencer program. And that came out as an addition to this, where not only, hey, can you write a review and maybe post a photo or a video, but now they're encouraging videos and live streams where you're actually using these products, you're reviewing these products, and some people go even as far as creating other social media pages outside of Amazon, but you don't need to. You do need to have a social media page to get accepted into the program, but you don't have to ever advertise anything on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere else. It's all Amazon's traffic, which is the glorious beauty of this, because traffic and marketing, well, that's the toughest aspect of it, is trying to get that audience. But if you're using Amazon's audience, you don't care. You're using their audience. You're going to make money that way. So the best thing about this is you're posting videos. You don't have to spend too much time on it, because these aren't, 10-minute videos. These are 15-second, 30-second. I like to post a little longer, 1 minute, 2 minutes, but that's still nothing. You're literally reviewing a product that you already have in your house, or that you just recently ordered, or it could be a food product that you eat all the time. It could be literally anything, because Amazon has absolutely everything. That's the beauty of this, is you can first start off with all the things in your house, all the things that your wife or girlfriend uses, all the things that your family uses or friends, anything. You go to an Airbnb and there's some item, you make a coffee. You can review how that coffee machine tasted compared to the other coffee machine. You can review, if you have multiple phones, you have an old phone chilling, or an old Xbox or PlayStation, or toothbrushes. Well, these toothbrushes suck. There's opinions you have every single day that are being made on all the products they're using. It can be air fresheners. It can be water bottles. It can be literally anything. That's the beauty of this. Now, 99% 99.9% of these products are on Amazon. Not absolutely everything is on there, as I've noticed, because some things are exclusive to Walmart and Target, and they're on Amazon. The company is on Amazon, but it's slightly different. And technically, you can't post content that is of a product that's similar, but not exactly the same. For example, it has a slightly different design, but it's exactly the same scale. I've noticed the scale that's only available at Target, Walmart, Kohl's, and is on Amazon, but they have different scales, and it's exactly the same model, almost, because there's a slightly different pattern, but it's the same generation, same everything, or there could be one or two differences. Now, you can't post a video like that because that is cheating, and technically you can post it, but then later you'll get reported, and you don't want to mess around with that because you don't want to get your account suspended. There's plenty of people who are cheating the system where they go to Best Buy or Walmart or Costco, they post videos where either that you don't own the product and you're posting the video in store and you can see the store outline, or they're recording and they're cutting out parts of the video and then they're putting their face over with like a green screen so they hide, the corners, like, oh, this is it in store. Let me just really zoom in on this giant TV, only showing two parts of it. Or there's the even worse cheater where I found people who are making AI videos. You don't even have the product. You just lie, and it's not even your voice. But these people are posting 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 videos. Now, eventually their accounts are going to get reported. There's people who are also cheating by making 5 of the same videos. Hey, I got a water bottle here. It's Ice Mountain, but I'm going to tag Ice Mountain in it. I'm going to tag Dasani and I don't know what other waters. Now, at Słowianka, Polish water, I'm going to, Fuji, what is that really? Fiji, that really fancy water, right? You're going to post 5 different water bottles using the same water bottle and lie. And that's it. And people do that. And unfortunately, they're making money off of it, but eventually they do get reported. So it's better in the long run not to focus on this as a firework, but as a potential source of income for your business. Now, ultimately, I realize that this is getting saturated. This has been around for the past couple of years, and it's getting worse. Last year was better, but it's better to do it now than later, and I decided let's go for it. So I made, so far, 18 videos, of which 17 have been posted. One is currently in review, another has just been reviewed, and I'm sure AI reviews it, because out of all those videos, only one got rejected. And there's certain words you can't use, like safety, because it makes it seem like, oh, you're giving medical advice. So there's a video I posted. This was a legitimate review of a deodorant I used. I have stopped using normal deodorants. I now only use this specific brand because I tried multiple deodorants and I used to have really bad chemical burns. This is a true story. I was using deodorant normally for most of my life, and then randomly, I guess I'm getting older, I started getting like these really bad chemical burns, like my skin. Obviously, you can see my skin. This is the color. And it would turn like really dark, like super dark. It was like burnt completely. And it would itch, and it was really painful. And then I switched, and there was some really bad deodorants, and I went to like natural ones, and some didn't work at all. And I found a brand that was okay. I think it's like Crystal. There's Native as well, or whatever. I don't know if they're the same brand. Whatever it is, I don't have it in front of me right now, but whatever that brand is, Crystal, I think it is. I think there's 2 different brands. So Crystal is the better one. Native, I tried it. I don't know. So anyways, this one brand helped. It was really cool. And, the chemical burns went away, and it works. And, I don't smell or whatever, because there's some brands that'll make you smell. It doesn't really do the trick. So stuff like that, that's perfect. But you have to word it correctly where you're not giving medical advice, because that can get you banned. If you're, supplementation and vitamins and, hey, this is going to cure something. No, it's not going to cure it. But for example, my wife, who went to the doctors and they said, you're deficient in vitamin D. They recommended buy vitamin D3 5000 and take it every day. And that is a perfect example to review. Or in my case, I take these multivitamins every day, because I know I'm probably not eating the best certain days. So at least, if there's anything I can do. Or I really love kombucha. There's so many products I use on a daily basis that I absolutely love. And I'm one of those people that I'm loyal to a brand. If everything's going well with that brand, fantastic. If something screws up, for example, with Samsung, I loved Samsung, but I switched back to Apple. I used to be an Apple fanboy, switched to Samsung. And then after you have multiple phones that fry, well, it is what it is. I haven't posted any negative reviews on Amazon. I'm not sure how that would go. But I certainly could post a negative review about that iPhone. About that Samsung. the Galaxy S21, and it fried. I can't really do anything. It's in a reboot loop. You know, it is what it is. Took it to multiple repair shops, and at least I got the data off it, but it is what it is. So what I've noticed is some people do comparison videos, and I could use that phone compared to another phone and say, this is what it is, and, you know, you can make 3 videos that you can do a positive, potentially. I don't know about negative. Still need to do more research, but it probably wouldn't work. Video about the Samsung, a video about the iPhone, and then a third video that has them both in there. Which would I choose? And that's honest truth, because I had both phones, and obviously I have a preference for one because one's still working and one's still here, and the other's not really here. So stuff like that, where think about 1,000 things in your house, in your partner's house, in your family's house, at school, at work, anything you use, anything that's legitimate. You don't have to lie. You don't have to cheat. Yes, it's going to take a little bit more time, but the more time you invest, this can be turned into a business where people have made well over $100,000 in a single year. Now, it's not going to be post a single video every single day and you're going to make 100 grand. No. People said, hey, I posted a single video every day and I made $500 every month, 6 months after the fact, and now we're at 12 months, and now I'm at like $700, $800 monthly. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool. So continue that. But my goal is I want to hit 1,000 videos, and I want to hit 2,000. The most I've seen so far was a cheater, so that, you know, it's a lot easier to post 5 of the same videos. So really they had probably 2,000 unique videos, but they had 10,000 plus videos posted. And that person's probably making thousands of dollars per month. Now they're going to get reported, and there's these whole posts on Reddit where people are super upset. So it's taking a lot longer, but I'm trying to post multiple videos per day. And so far I got results. I got my first 3 results. Yesterday I made $1. So it's always delayed. You get the results from the previous day. It's reported at like 2 a.m. I had 86 views in total on all my videos, only of which 5 have gotten views. Only 5 get into like the actual carousel down there. Others, it takes a while. It takes multiple days. So even if you start posting, even if you just make a new account, it takes 3 days to get reviewed for your account. And then once you do get reviewed, it takes time for your other videos that you post to get reviewed. Then for the actual rendering, publishing, that doesn't take too long. But to get published in the video carousels where people actually see you under these products, and that's where the views come from, it can take multiple days. And sometimes if you post for a product where there's not a single video, the manufacturer hasn't posted a video, it can be multiple months before that manufacturer posts a video. But when they do, you're going to be the only one that's there, or potentially, you know, 1 or 2 other guys. And most people who view your video, this is where the magic comes in. They don't even have to directly purchase after viewing your video. They view your video. As long as they don't view anybody else's, they put other stuff in their cart and they buy, and you get paid for all of that. You get, well, most of it or all of it, as long as it qualifies. Because I've seen this where I've been paid so far for stuff that I've reviewed, but for other stuff as well that was just in the cart of the person who bought. So bought my wife a Dyson vacuum, really love it. The previous Shark vacuum sucked. It is what it is. It broke. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so really like the Dyson vacuum. It's quiet. Made a video on it, and that was probably the most expensive thing I put on there. And 3 days ago was the first amount of money I ever made, and that was $14. $14 off a video that had 33 views. Just to compare, we're on YouTube. In average, for 1,000 views, you might get $2, you might get $1, you might get $3, $4, $5, depends on your niche. But from cryptocurrency, from finance, from personal vlogging, from whatever this channel is, I usually get anywhere from $2 to $4, maybe $5 if it's a crazy video. But let's just say on average $3, $4, right? So that's 1,000 views. And now you're getting a video that 33 views got me like $14. And in total, I got $14 one day. The next day, I think it was like $2.67. And then the next day, I got $1. So all in all, 86 views, $17.67. That's not bad at all. That's basically right now with like 17 actual published videos, of which a couple might not even be in carousels. But let's just say at this current point, it's $1 per video. Now, I'm publishing videos about my Apple Watch, about my iPhone, about my wife's iMac, about my previous MacBook, about my current MacBook, about my wife's previous MacBook Air. So stuff that's higher ticket items now, over $1,000 or close to it. And if that Dyson that was like $340 or whatever it was got me $14, you can only imagine the higher ticket items. Now there's not going to be as much traffic on them, but the good thing with Apple is they're, you know, it's a high demand product. Like, let's say if I got a Huawei phone, there we go, or something like that. You know, if I was in Poland, there was a lot of those phones. Obviously, there probably wouldn't be as much traffic on it, and they're also not as expensive. But I read how it doesn't matter ultimately what the product is, whether it's super expensive, super cheap, because the super cheap ones, as long as they're in demand, you're going to get like 1,000 people who buy compared to 14 people who buy, you know, off of your MacBook Pro link. Either way, it still adds up to be the same. Although, usually if you have more higher ticket items, there's a greater chance that you might make more money. So, it all depends on, similar to YouTube, it's like analytics where you have to actually go deep into it. There's tools where you can see which products are popular, how many reviews they have, how many people have purchased over the past month. And also, the big thing is, what would your video placement be? If there's, how many videos are there? There's an upper carousel, there's a lower carousel for these videos. And depending on how many video reviews there are and how in demand the product is, if you're one of the top guys, that's where the money comes in. That's where the evergreen money comes in. So, goal is to make 1,000 videos, because I'm at like 17, 18 right now. And I just started recently. Like, this hasn't been taken, I mean, probably total time investment into this, I'll say, is less than 3 hours. Maybe 3-4 hours at maximum, at absolute maximum. That's not bad at all for something that's just starting right now. So after the 1,000 videos or 2,000 videos, the goal is, okay, post a couple videos per day, spend less than an hour per day, and hopefully have this evergreen money coming in. So my end goal is I just want to make $1,000 per month extra on top of my job. And then YouTube, and then all that. That would be fantastic. Because right now, I have a lot of debt, I have a lot of stuff to pay off, and I'm literally not investing any money. Now, later on, people do invest into products, and they also get paid on top. There's different ways to monetize this. You can create an entire business model off of this. But for right now, it's super easy. It doesn't take any time. I have a lot of stuff just chilling at my house, clothing, food, whatever, and some of it has been literally ordered straight from Amazon. It doesn't even have to be ordered straight from Amazon. As long as it's sold on Amazon, it's the exact same product. So far, $17.67. I don't know how much I earned today, but I'm guessing probably something. I see my videos are now starting to pop up a little bit more. This takes, the more time you spend, the more videos, the more sources of traffic you have into it, but you don't need to. This is where the money comes in. So right now, I have very low expectations. Yes, woohoo, one video made me $14. That's great. But if I could get to $1,000 this year, then that's perfect. That's an extra $1,000 in my pocket. Now, of course, you have to pay taxes and everything, but that's $1,000 more than I didn't have. And it's a lot easier than DoorDash and Uber and all that. So just wanted to post this video. It's a new little thing I'm trying. I just recently found out about it. I wish I found out about it sooner because I'd be making more money, obviously. But then if I do make $1,000, then the next goal would be $5,000. That'd be crazy. There's some people that are working full-time jobs and they're doing this for 2 hours or less per day, and they're making an extra $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 per year. That's huge. That would literally pay off all my debt. I'd get out of bankruptcy. I'd be able to pay off my high-interest car. There's a lot of stuff I could do with that type of money. So that's why I have a teeny tiny bit of hope. I'll try and max this out before it gets way too oversaturated. It is saturated right now, but hey, man, that's $17 that will be in my pocket soon that I didn't have last week. I could use every single dollar counts. So just wanted to make a little video about that, and we'll be back into crypto tomorrow. Thanks so much. Have a good one, and take care.